Again, I'm just by the mercy of all the devotees who are assembled here. So we'll start our all auspicious Srimad Bhagavatam class. We'll chant and then we'll go for the text. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana Brajajanaranjana Yamuna Tiravan Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamutiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruddhamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Srimad Bhagavatam, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9, and text 20. So, text goes like this. Since I don't have a laptop facility, so I'm reading through phone. Yam manyase mathuleyam priyam mitram suhurtamam akarot sachivam dhutam shaurudhat atasharadhim. What word meaning? Yam, the person. Manyase, you think. Matuleyam, maternal cousin. Priyam, very dear. Mitram, friend. Suhurtamam, ardent well-wisher. Akaro, executed. Sachivam, counsel. Dhutam, messenger. Saurudhat, by goodwill. Ataha, thereupon. Sharadim, charioteer. Translation purport by Divine Grace Esi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: O King, that personality whom out of ignorance only you thought to be your maternal cousin, your very dear friend, well-wisher, counselor, messenger, benefactor, etc., is that very personality of Godhead Sri Krishna. Purport: Lord Sri Krishna, although acting as the cousin, brother, friend, well-wisher, counselor, messenger, benefactor, etc. of the Pandavas, was still the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Out of his causeless mercy and favor upon his unalloyed devotees, he performs all kinds of service. But that does not mean that he has changed his position as an absolute person. To think of him as an ordinary man is the grossest type of ignorance. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnana-janashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha. नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताकस्वामिनिति नामिने नमः आचार्यपादाय निताय कृपप्रदायिने गौरगददामदाय नगरग्रामदारिणे नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna devotees. Am I audible? My voice is clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So Srimad Bhagavatam, we are in first canto, 9th chapter of this passing away of Bhishmadev in the presence of Krishna. So again, one more significant verse. We cannot say all the time the significant verse. All the verses are significant only for us, actually. So this text 20 is a very important sloka I saw, because each and every person we know Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead, some to the extent or some extents. But thing is, how we confirm this means we have to follow our Mahajana, and we have to get guidance from the authority, how they are believing Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. See, Vyasadeva give all the scriptures, even Adharvana Veda, the people who are in the school of Sunyavad, the people who are in the school of Brahmavad, Mayavad, for all the people, our Shastra is there, but written by Vyasadeva only. But we should ask what is the opinion, real opinion of Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, that Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Yatechamsa Kala Pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So Vyasa is also one of Mahajana. He is also telling that Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead. Yatechamsa Kala Pumsa. There is a lot of expansion and expansions of expansions. But Krishna tu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the only original personality of Godhead. And now another Mahajan, the Bhishmadev, also confirming Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. See, they have the chance and opportunity to be with Krishna in the presence of Krishna. They're understanding Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead. So Bhishmadev's position is something great, actually. When you see this Kauravas, Karna, Duryodhan, Dushashan, that 100 people, and Dhritarashtra Maharaj, everyone are there, but they don't see Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead. Whereas our Bhishmadev can understand this. To the extent Pandavas also know Krishna is not ordinary person. Krishna is a Mahatma. Krishna is a God. Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead. But Bhishma Dev's understanding, it's so great. That's what Krishna himself telling, go and sit and hear. And if you hear from them, you will take inspiration. Because Krishna is as here mentioned, Krishna is a maternal cousin, very dear friend, well-wisher, counselor. Sometimes he did as a messenger also. Like that, Krishna is playing many roles in Pandava's life. But what happened? They sometimes they may forgot in between in the situations. But Bhishma Dev knows what is happening really. Who is he? He is supreme personality of Godhead only. He is standing, taking stand of with Pandavas. So definitely Dharma will be established, re-established. So no worry. So this is the understanding of Bhishma Dev. And Bhishma Dev knows that Krishna has a supreme personality of Godhead. So you see, this is not a person who can sitting aram, say in the chair like me and talking. Krishna is not this thing. Krishna is the supreme person of Godhead. He is in the bed of arrows. He is going to pass away, but still he is holding his life force inside, doing service for Krishna. So he knows because Krishna is keeping me alive to do some service. So Krishna is using him in that time also as a instrument to deliver some dharmic messages to Pandavas and other sages around. So that what happened each and every time the Bhishma Dev speaking at the pain, the bed of arrows, they will take very valuably. They will take that each and every word. It's very weightage. They will give weightage for Bhishma Dev words because since they are devotees, that there are different level of devotees also. So when you give this kind of uh, message, definitely they take this message very seriously. That's what Yudhishthira Maharaj asking sixth question, and the sixth question is, whom should I worship? Who's the person is qualified for my worship? So he is telling Krishna is a person. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Don't think him is roaming around you. He is your well-wisher, friend, counselor, messenger. Don't think. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and he is the original personality, even though he is playing all these roles. So Bhishma Dev's understanding is speaking now. So we have to check here. Krishna here, it's insisted, Prabhupada also insisting here that Krishna, although he is doing all these roles, what he said, out of costless mercy and favor upon his unalloyed devotees, he performs all kinds of service. But it does not mean he has changed his position as absolute person. So Krishna is not changing the position of absolute person. This is a very significant point. See, when you see Krishna as a some people they keep Laddu Gopal and they worship as a they will have a they're trying to develop the Madhurya Bhav, but actually Prabhupada never suggested to keep Laddu Gopal and all because that is totally different parampara. But here we are trying to imitate, trying to cultivate that kind of bhakti directly. But this is not happening for uh, our the Duryodhan people, our Kauravas. Whereas Pandavas, they can see as a well-wisher, they can see as a maternal cousin. It's personally is present. He is playing that role. But since he is not losing his original absolute person state position. So this is we should understand that when even though if you have a deities of Laddu Gopal, you should worship as a supreme personality of Godhead, not like your child. So if you have the awe and reverence on supreme personality of Godhead in a Dasya Bhava, then you are growing gradually. If you are not touching the Dasya Bhava, directly you are going the Vatsalya Bhava before Madhurya Bhava, then it is not being suggested directly. So why I'm saying this, Krishna never loses his original position. So we also think that Krishna is playing these many roles, whether he is Krishna or is great, maybe he may be a great person, he is not the supreme personality of Godhead. Many people thought that only. That's what Krishna is not revealed in front of them. Only Arjuna knows, Pandavas knows, and Bhishma Dev knows. There are lots and lots of people are there in Kaurava side, and they don't know Krishna is the supreme personality of God unless otherwise some 3-4 people there. So why I'm telling this? Krishna is playing many roles in devotee's life. So we have to think that how the Krishna is playing many roles and keeping his Bhagavata. But we also see when Guru is playing I can say my own example when His Holiness Bhaktivinoda Maharaj is playing with us. He is just talking, cracking joke with us, and he do services, very menial services, and all he does. And we are seeing that also when he does menial services. I saw personally many times, but we cannot think, hey, he is a guru kind of person, but he is doing this. How can we think whether it is a guru position or is like a normal normal person only? So this may come because of our lack of knowledge, lack of understanding of spiritual things. It comes in us also when our superiors, when our Shiksha gurus were, when our Diksha gurus playing many roles there as a management roles, managerial roles, some spiritual roles, some menial roles, but we should not think that they are also like ordinary persons. They are doing. It's not like that. They are playing a role. Whenever we had a meeting with Maharaj, so I'm going to talk as a, I'm taking the shoes of this project ka in charge. So you talk like as a superior, you're reporting me. As a manager, you're reporting me. It's not like I'm your Shiksha Guru. You can talk like a student. It's not like that. You have to report properly. So in that sense, he's taking the role of the project in charge, and he's talking to us like that. And we should not think that, oh, okay, Maharaj is playing manager role. Maharaj is talking like manager. He's scolding us. He's doing that. He's doing this. We slowly offend. So this will come. So why I'm saying all these things is, you should understand Krishna, even though he's a Krishna, he's playing menial service like messenger, he's doing a chariot driver role, he's giving counseling, well-wisher, but he's not losing his Bhagavata. So for us also to maintain some dignity, we play many roles, but we should not lose our dignity. So what is the dignity that since whatever role you are playing as a working profession, employee, and dealing with outside people, but you should not forget that you are trying to be a devotee. You are practicing the process to become a devotee, and what are all that pure devotee follows, that process Prabhupada given, so that definitely I will become a devotee one day. In that sense, you project yourself as a devotee in all circumstances. So that first thing is you will get protection from Krishna for this. Second thing is you are maintaining your decorum and dignity, and people also see in this way only. So that what happens, you, even though you are playing many role materially, it is for service of Krishna, to maintain your family, to maintain your bhakti properly, to maintain your sadhana properly, you are going for work. So for that you are doing this. It is not that because of this something is there. I'm free time. I have free time, so I'm practicing devotion service. It's not like that. So I heard that uh, surrendering to Krishna is very important. Surrendering to Krishna is very important. Maharaj also told one in lecture that the Krishna has all powers. Krishna has all powers, but devotee has one power. Devotee has one power. What is that power? The power of surrender. That even Krishna doesn't have. Till he becomes a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna also doesn't know what is the power of surrender. Because he saw Radharani, he saw gopis, he saw Vrajvasis, he saw big, great devotees. And how come these people are getting this surrendering power? Because this power of surrender is very important. You see the power of surrender of Bhishma Dev and Pandavas here. Because of that surrendering power, Krishna is forced to take some menial role as a friend, well-wisher, counselor, messenger, chariot driver, because of the power of surrender of the devotee. So we also develop this power of surrender. Power of surrender is very important for in devotional life, in the devotee's life. Since we are following, we are chanting 16 rounds, and Prabhupada also says in many lectures, chant 16 rounds without offense, offenselessly, he says generally. He is not saying simply chant 16 rounds. He never stops there. He chant 16 rounds offenselessly. What it mean, offenseless chanting? Means offenseless chanting leads to develop the power of the surrender. If you're chanting with offensive way, you will not develop the power of surrender. You will just chant, that's it. I have time, this small time, I will chant complete. That stage is one level, but next level is there to reach that offenseless chanting, to get power of surrender. So that is the real stage. And many devotees, they think that okay, I heard this, if you chant 16 rounds, follow four legality principle, at the end of the life I'll go back to Godhead. I don't think so in this area. If you're chanting offensively whole life, you may not go to Goloka, but you will get again devotee birth. But to reach Goloka, you have to do offenseless chanting. When you do offenseless chanting only, you will get the power of surrender. That power of surrender is to the peak only, 100% only. You will have the ticket of Golok Vrindavan, so that you can travel to Golok Vrindavan. Since we got ticket from His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj and many of senior disciples of Prabhupada, we got the eligibility certificate, but you are not yet qualified to reach. The qualification you have to cultivate. What is that qualification? The first thing is offenseless chanting. So when these people are got so fortunate, so that Krishna in his presence is there, so that they can express their love, express their devotion. All these things we are discussing. Bhishma Dev is expressing his devotion at the last minute of his life, birth, and Pandavas are showing love and devotion towards Krishna. All these things, but we don't have that such chance. But we have the greater than that chance, because we have a Archa Vigraha in our house. Whether it is in photos, whether it is in deities, as a marble deities, or Brahma, Daru Brahma deities like Jagannath deities, or Ashtadhatu deities like metal deities. So it is Sakshad. We can say many times, devotees also says in Srimad Bhagavatam class that Archa Vigraha, the deities, is as good as Krishna only. But actually, Prabhupada never said as good as Krishna. Prabhupada is saying the deity is Krishna. The Ashtadhatu is Krishna. The Dharu Brahman is Krishna. The marble is Krishna only. It's not as good as Krishna, it's Krishna only. So we have to cultivate that power of surrender, so that we can see that deities has a original personality. So you just imagine, Pandavas doesn't got a chance to decorate Krishna dress. He cannot. Pandavas doesn't got the chance to keep flower on the head of Krishna, or making turban for Krishna, wearing dress. No Shastra is mentioned. You just imagine, you can bathe Krishna, you can dress up Krishna. These chants even Pandavas doesn't have, because you have Archa Vigraha. You are feeding Krishna every day, 2 times or 3 times according to you. So who will get this opportunity? Who will get opportunity? Whether it is photo also same Krishna. Is Krishna only. It's not as good as Krishna. It's Krishna only. But are we thinking that because of our offensive chanting, we cannot able to see Krishna in that angle? That's what we are not getting this understanding. Krishna is the original personality, is a supreme personality. We know theoretically, but we are not realized yet. Maybe devotees you realize. Maybe I'm talking about me. I know theoretically, but I am not completely realized that Krishna is the original supreme personality of Godhead. We know theoretically, we talk, we quote some nice slokas. I'll also quote. But thing is, are we realized Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead? That is very important. We know theoretically, we know Krishna, we accept Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead, but we realized because of our offensive nature, we are not yet realized. At least myself, I'm telling. I'm not realized yet, but still I know. I follow authority. We also following authority. So we should follow our authority and trying to develop the power of surrender. That makes you a initial neophyte devotee to pure devotee. So here I'm seeing that understanding only. You are Krishna is playing many role, but since he is the original personality of Godhead, since we are offensive nature, we cannot able to see in that angle. So we have to develop that angle. For that, we have to develop the power of surrendering nature by doing offensive chanting as a first level. So for that, we should follow our authority. We should follow our superiors, Diksha gurus, and hear from them. Reading Prabhupada books is a main part of this. And with that knowledge only, we do offenseless chanting. We take knowledge from Shastras and we trying to apply in our life. Then it comes as a realization. So follow the process as authority given and get that power of surrender, so that only as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's assurance, there is one lifetime we can go back to Godhead. Because nowhere it said before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives a chance that in this lifetime you got a chance. You can go in this one very lifetime only itself to reach Krishna. But we say many of sages, they followed thousands of birth, they got that sugarth. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, the devotees who are practicing simple this process, easy process, I cannot say it's easy, but simple process, we can attain that stage. Even in the one lifetime, we can reach the Supreme Lord Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Any questions or comments? Please welcome. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Amazing class. Such a small purport, but so many points we could get out of this, Prabhu. Thank you very much. I really like that point which you said. Even in the end, Bhishma Dev was holding on to his life so that he could do some service. We saw even Srila Prabhupada doing that. Even till the end of his life, he was doing the service of giving Srimad Bhagavatam to us. And the point of developing, power of surrender is very nice. Surrender to Guru and Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. If you can just, I know you already have tackled that question of how to do surrender is by offenseless chanting. Any other factors towards that, Prabhu?
There is so many levels, Prabhu, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. There are 6 levels of surrender. Okay, they do things which is favorable for Krishna. The things which doesn't favorable to Krishna, we have to ignore. Like that, there are 6 principles, 6 levels of surrender is there.
Yeah.
So it's anyway, it's a UP discussion. We are in UG state, so I'm just giving that.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Whatever for this sloka needs, I just delivered. I have many points. Something is not coming because I'm following the time. So
Yes, Prabhu. We fully understand. Yes. And
yes,
the
Prabhu.
fact that we should see Laddu Gopal also, not as, because many homes we all tend to have that, during marriage you get that. But even there, we should not treat, that point is very nice. Treat it more from the fact of Dasi Bhava and not directly Vatsalya. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Hare
Actually,
Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, Karen.
Pro one point, just because I got a chance before initiation, I got a chance to touch this Laddu Gopal Gauranitai deities, but profusely I refused that. Maharaj told I could not touch deities before initiation, and I don't know whether it is original personality. It's Sakshat Krishna. That understanding I don't have. So if without that understanding, if I touch, my impurity is there already. So many these things there. Okay, I did touch after initiation only. I'm just with great fear, I'm touching deities. So since we have so lot of mercy from Guru Maharaj, since I am feeling I am not qualified to touch the deities, and still I am dealing very this thing only, afraid only. So with that knowledge only, I told this Laddu Gopal. Somehow it came. It's not planned one.
It was important, but to have that idea, Prabhu. Because
Yes.
many of us feel we should have deities, we have the eagerness, but sometimes we have too casual with the deities. So that's why I asked this, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Any other questions or comments? Mataji's.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dhanavad Pranam. Barakramadas here, Prabhu. Prabhu, wonderful class. So many points you gave, and the flow which you took us, it was very nice. And of course, like Rajnath Prabhu was mentioning, this point you said, the power of surrender. Something which even Krishna doesn't have. That is something which is very striking point, and that's the normally people want to take something which is unique and which nobody has tried. So this power of surrender is something which is amazing. And you also gave so many examples that people who surrendered, and how things happened for them. And that is how I think we have to learn how we need to surrender. And you also gave very nicely the entire process how you can surrender. So that was also very nice. Very practical class, Prabhu. Very, very striking points. I would like to hear once more from the recording. Today my son was also hearing along with me, so we both enjoyed your class. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhanavad.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
So,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Prabhu. Sorry, I was not there. I was not there in the class. Maybe I will get back to you after watching the video. Hare Krishna.
So somebody called in between.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanavad Pranam, Prabhuji.
Yes, bro. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, you were mentioning one more point that even Pandavas doesn't had a chance to decorate Krishna and enjoy that bliss. So we are very fortunate that through Guru Maharaj's mercy, we could decorate Krishna and the deities, and we can be in seva mood. Hare Krishna. Dhanavad.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Pranam to all the devotees. Prabhuji, wonderful class, Prabhuji. Really inspiring for me. The only one thing was, and so I know in certain point of a time of during you were giving your discourse that I started becoming serious. The way you told the surrender and how we should surrender, I think it really hit me hard actually. Like, what are we trying to do? How are we trying to chant our daily rounds? With just nothing, just like that mechanically we are doing. So it really gave me a real impact that calling Krishna's name and doing the deity worship or whatever it is, all the same we have heard. But today actually it was really a little bit touching for me that how we have to develop that Dasya Bhava. So very nice, Prabhuji. So Thank you. Hare Krishna.